Alrighty everyone, welcome back. It is now October 24th of 2023, and I'm sure that a lot of you out there on Saturday night saw Saturday Night Live's interpretation of Jada Pinkett Smith and her revelations and bombshells that were actually made out of her new book called Worthy, that kind of goes over everything about herself and her personal life, Will Smith, and other elements within the Hollywood bubble. It was something that was actually quite surprising to see, coming out of nowhere, that nobody really expected to see this soon, but SNL did it. They betrayed Jada Pinkett Smith. There's a lot of cast members, believe it or not, that are actually, close friends with Jada Pinkett Smith, and they seemingly just took a side and went against her. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. Now, if there's anything that I have to say about Jada Pinkett Smith is that she is an insufferable, as I like to say, a part of the Insufferables. You got Brie Larson on there, Rachel Zegler, Amber Heard, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Peter Dinklage. I would even like to go as far to say Jimmy Kimmel. I'm not really a big fan of him either. There's a lot of people on there that have their own reasons as to why they are either insufferable people or actors, actresses, talents, etc. But when you look at Jada Pinkett Smith, this is when it really reaches a new low. This is somebody that is very manipulative, somebody that really lies, pathologically so, and we know that she really twists a lot of words out there when she makes a lot of statements about her personal life, Will Smith, the whole Chris Rock slap drama, all these different things, right? Well, the latest with SNL is that they took multiple jabs at her bombshells and her revelations about her personal life, and what's been going on behind closed doors just goes to show you what kind of reaction she really had against SNL. Let's get into this. Now, given that Jada Pinkett Smith is currently dealing with the endless fallout and backlash from the Will Smith drama as well as Chris Rock's, especially after her bombshells and revelations came out of her new book Worthy, one major development has to do with her intense reaction behind the scenes about SNL mocking her on live television. As it turns out, SiriusXM is already in the talks yet again with Jada and her team to bring Pinkett back on satellite radio to have a deep discussion about all of this with host Howard Stern, about many incidents including the SNL skit. Pinkett Smith is now reportedly going to use Stern, of all people, as a major outlet to unravel all of her emotions regarding her, of course, distaste with SNL and those affiliated with the show that shockingly betrayed her. Jada Pinkett and her team are already preparing to make a major statement about their disgust with SNL for creating such a parody about her personal life after dropping numerous bombshells to the point that she is now even running to Howard Stern. Somebody that Pinkett Smith also had problems with before in the past, mind you, but is putting that behind her. This desperate move for, of course, running to Stern as a source or a voice to get her word out to the world about her problems with SNL just goes to show how much of an attention seeker Jada Pinkett Smith really is. Those behind the Howard Stern show on SiriusXM are already making sure that this is going to be a wide and relevant discussion on radio, and that the jabs by SNL are what reportedly made Jada hop on board almost immediately to agree with Howard. Via Jada's team, such as her agent and manager, along with others, she is very angered over some of the SNL cast members that she actually knows personally, either through Will Smith or some of her close friends that she actually known throughout the years. Now guys, let me say one thing about this. There is absolutely no reason that anybody, even Jada, should be furious or angered about this type of response in the form of parody on SNL. You made this public, Jada. She made all of her revelations public in this book Worthy. She was asking for it. I mean, what did you expect? I mean, SNL, we all saw this coming. We all knew this was going to come eventually. It wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. And they hopped on it literally like within the first or 2 weeks. And they really nailed it. So they really took a jab at Jada Pinkett Smith, and it seemingly struck a nerve to the point where now she's getting very desperate that she has to hop on a show like Howard Stern to really voice out her problems openly and without any kind of boundaries. Because as you all know, Howard Stern is one of the shows, love him or hate him, where you can really unravel a lot of your personal issues and emotions. That's what the show originally was really all about. You know, it was really unfiltered content. I'm not quite sure if you guys saw his show in the earlier days, but that's how it was at least back then. Over the years, yes, it got a little bit, you know, I guess you could say light and got a little watered down, but we'll have to wait and see to see exactly what this is going to really, you know, consist of specifically. Now, we know that Jada Pinkett is planning on developing and creating more books. Now, look, I would not be surprised, and this is what a lot of celebrities do, whether you're a singer or a musician, whatever, an actor or actress, it doesn't matter. A lot of these people in the Hollywood bubble that write books, quote unquote, they usually, if not most of them, use ghostwriters. And I'm willing to bet that Jada Pinkett Smith, and I wouldn't be all too surprised if she did not even write this book herself, that she hired a ghostwriter through a ghostwriting agency or company and had them listen to her story, and they wrote everything down and corrected all of the, you know, typos and stuff like that, and really got the thing finalized. I don't think Jada Pinkett Smith was just sitting there writing things page by page herself at a desk. You know, could be wrong, but that's what a lot of celebrities do. They hire ghostwriters. I don't know if you knew that. But moving on top of that, alright, this is where matters get even more specific, is that Lorne Michaels, I don't know if you guys know Lorne Michaels, but he is the showrunner of SNL and is the one who approved and pushed for the Jada Pinkett Smith skit and knew it was the right time to give it the green light. They reportedly wrote and released the skit rapidly to get it out on time and rehearsed it. Jada Pinkett Smith is also reportedly attempting to take things up with NBC after this bold and direct mock of her revelations and bombshells, and she is preparing to call out the heads of NBC on Howard Stern. In fact, his show with her, a large chunk of it, will reportedly be dedicated to the SNL mocking her relationship with Will and her other revelations that came out of her book called Worthy. Jada is also planning to make some new announcements on the Stern Show that are currently unknown at this time. However, it could be related to the rumblings of 2 other books that are now in the planning that will serve as a follow-up to her book Worthy that will unravel more secrets about her personal life. Now, I don't know about you guys, but we know that Howard Stern had a lot of issues with NBC decades ago, and I wouldn't be too surprised that maybe this is why she's running to Howard. It's very possible, because maybe she feels like she's got kind of like a direct voice there, so she can actually connect with him about his feelings about NBC. Who knows? But we know at the end of the day, all of this Pinkett Smith drama, everything happening with Will and Chris Rock, it's just pure nonsense. It doesn't want to stop through Jada. She wants to keep spewing out all of these revelations in new books and doesn't want to let go of her personal life getting spewed out to the public. And if you have a problem with parody, and if you have a problem with skits, maybe don't put out your personal, life to the public for everyone to actually read and listen to. But anyway, guys, drop a comment below, fill me in below in the comments what you all have to say about this, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.